Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 14th of July. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to know for today. And I'm using the Morgan Greer deck for this reading. We've got the King of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Cups, and the Tower in reverse. So, the King of Swords, when he's this way around, is a man who is a judge. He's very intelligent. He's in a position of authority. He decides what is right and what is wrong. He's like the male version of Virgo in astrology. So, he really knows how to communicate with himself. So, he knows how to use all of his faculties to his advantage. He's really clever. He knows how to manage other people, how to get people motivated, how to influence people. He's got the gift of the gab, as we say here in the UK, so he can, sell snow to Eskimos. But he's got a sense of moral compass. He knows what is right and what is wrong, and he tends to stick with what's right. And he wants things to be authentic. See that blue and that green? He wants his relationships to be authentic, honest, communicative, but also there's got to be a sense of what we're doing here together is real. And there's got to be a natural, once we have made a decision or a bargain to commit to one another or to be together, then I expect that to be honored, and I expect growth from that. So the King of Swords will always be true to his word once he makes a decision. That's in reverse though. So today isn't going to be solved by thinking the way you usually think or the way you usually approach your life. Most of us, if we have a problem in life, we think about how to solve it, we look at our options, and we resolve the problem. We do it with our minds. As the older you get, the more experienced you are in terms of dealing with certain life situations. And when you find yourself faced with another one, you draw on your experience, you think about what you did in the past, what worked, what didn't, and you go from there. But today, that's in reverse. And what's also in reverse is the Tower. And the Tower, when it's this way around, is about your life being blown to smithereens, the structures of your life really coming undone, and the universe kind of lightning strikes, and the things that were so solid and strong and intimidating and oppressive and that felt like that they ruled you, those things fall apart and everything goes flying. So there's a sense of chaos, but there's also a sense of liberation and freedom involved with that. When it's this way around, it's about building a new structure in your life, building a new tower, building security. So the way to build security on this day isn't by trying to think your way through it or to communicate and get it from an external source, or even to try and, search your mind for any ideas that might come up. The way you're going to build your new life today is if you listen to your feelings. We've got the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is still grappling with his feelings to some extent. Sometimes he totally overreacts and he just goes, I love you, I love you, I love you. If I can't have you, then I don't want to live. He's so intense. He wants to know that his partner will die for him. It's all very melodramatic. And other times emotionally he can be withdrawn, he can be sulky, he can throw little temper tantrums, he can throw his toys out of the pram, he can throw himself a pity party and be really unconstructive. So the Knight of Cups is like bipolar in a sense, because he is either extremely present emotionally or he's hardly noticeable. So the day, because this is central to the reading on this day, the day is not about thinking about your problems and solving them, nor is it about being inspired and having to make hard decisions, nor is it about worrying what other people are doing or what the powers that be are doing. It's more about what you want to build with your life and what you want to do. And if you want to get the best out of the Knight of Cups, he's got to feel appreciated. He's got to feel loved. So be around other people who make you feel good, who make you happy, and who you can express your feelings with. If If you're feeling really unhappy, then go to a meeting and share your story and get it off your chest. If you're feeling in a great mood, and you have money to burn, then go call a couple of your girlfriends and go shopping, or your, boyfriends and go shopping, whoever. And it's really about making yourself feel good on this day, because the Knight of Cups at his best is rather fragile emotionally. Once he overcomes this awkward stage, he becomes the King of Cups, and then he's solid, and then you can rely on him to be loving and consistent. But the Knight of Cups isn't consistent, and you are under the shadow of the Knight of Cups today. So emotionally, you may feel a little bit off. You may feel like, oh my God, I just saw an ad. Why am I bursting into tears and crying? Like, what's going on here? So it is somewhat emotional. You are a bit touchy. Be aware that you're sensitive, but also realize that the things that you can do when you're working with the Knight of Cups, this is an opportunity for you to progress spiritually. So anything that has to do with spirituality or your intuition or psychic ability, taking care of other people, healing them, or being creative through music or art or writing, all of those things are something that you can channel your energy into today. So there is going to be a surplus of emotional energy, and you need to get that out somehow. So socializing is a great way to do it, especially if you have people who adore you and admire you and love you and tell you how wonderful you are, because that's what you want to hear sometimes. But also, if you don't have that situation, or right now you're abroad or something and you're away from your friends and family, your loved ones, then express yourself and write about it and be creative. You can really be really honest today and get something off your chest. And by getting it off your chest, you're helping the Knight of Cups actually come into his own kingdom. So he's starting to build his own kingdom here with the Tower in reverse. And who are the people who rule kingdoms? Kings. So he's on his way to becoming a King of Cups. And today you can really mature and make a lot of emotional progress if you listen to your feelings and you don't let your thoughts interfere so much. So I would suggest that you meditate, that you can quiet your mind, that you allow your feelings to come to the surface, good and bad. The thing about feelings is they always come, they come mixed. It's always a mixed bag. It's always feelings of elation and joy and happiness, but then also feelings of insecurity and maybe trepidation or apprehension, You never just duality, remember? So do the best you can today emotionally. Try and have a great time. And by having a great time, you're actually doing the spiritual work, which is going to get you to a place of more emotional and personal security in your life. And also you build a relationship with yourself. I can trust myself. Even though I'm a bit all over the place sometimes, I can listen to my gut feeling. I am right. I am connected to the universe. I do feel things. So even though I'm a bit, even though all of us are a little bit over the top sometimes, we can rely on that true inner voice that really feels right. And that's what you're being trained for today. Number-wise, we've got 2 chord cards, so those are 1. So 1 and 1 is 2, and that's 16, so we've got 18. 1 and 8 is 9, and 9 is about spirituality and completion. Spirituality is ruled by water, so dive into the pool of your own personal spirituality. Dive into yourself. Really ask yourself, what's going to make me happy today? What do I want to do? And then actually see that through. And try and have as positive a day as possible and just have fun. If you like golfing, go golfing. If you want to go for a drive, just go for a drive. Even if you have no destination, just drive around and have a look at the scenery, whatever. If that's what you enjoy. It's really a day about you, understanding something about yourself emotionally, letting that settle in, not analyzing it as such, but just understanding it on a heart level. And because you understand it on a heart level, it takes the whole process of thinking out of the picture completely, and you build something that's truly authentic and genuine that comes from your heart and from your feelings. So I hope that gives you an idea of the energy of the day and what you'll be working with. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.